Hey everybody, my name is Rydo and we are starting my coverage of Dead Island. Let's watch this intro. This is a mature game and this intro is gonna really show that to you.
Things that go bump in the night.
What the? Jesus!
Me,
Jerk.
Sam B. Okay. Shrunken head, broken legs, body parts on the concrete. Cut 'em up, butcher style gators in the swamp. Red light, leave 'em dead, running like a track meet. Scared of nobody.
You know who I am. Give any idea who you're fucking talking to. Or maybe you saw me in the playoffs. I played for the fucking goddamn champions.
Cooking meat, cannibal trying to eat. I got a zombie army, and you can't harm me.
Hey,
Yeah,
watch
who
it.
do you voodoo, bitch? Drink blood like a vampire without warning. Who do you voodoo, bitch? Stand up. Sam B got the thing that go bump in the night. Whoa. Who do you voodoo, bitch? Hide your kids, grab your wife, better get out of sight. Who do you voodoo, bitch? Let's go. Sam B to Papa Shango, I'm Baron Samedi. Handful of fingertips, toss them up like confetti. Stay full of corpse bitches, I'm a pimp of the dead. Come fuck with a
Another
zombie, I
drunk
put a
jerk
stick
off
in your
against
head.
God's
Look,
gift.
you want ghouls like a fucking
Stupid
spoon.
git.
Maybe everybody dies and see your ass real soon. Crack bones, put a mirror, hot sauce, and they suck it. Now my juju ain't nothing to fuck
Sir,
with.
looks like you've had enough.
Army, and you can't
What's your room number?
Who do you voodoo, bitch?
I'll make sure you get there safe and sound.
Who do you voodoo, bitch? Stand up. Sam B got the thing that go bump in the night. Who do you voodoo, bitch? Hide your kids, grab your wife, better get out of sight. Who do you voodoo, bitch? Let's go.
Excuse me, lady. Are you okay? Can you hear me? What are you doing, sir?
Cut your
This is the
head off,
woman's
you leave your
restroom.
motherfuckers dead. I got a zombie on Sam G. You can't harm me. Who do you voodoo, bitch?
Excuse me, sir. Are you okay?
Who do you voodoo, bitch? I rip your arms off with my bare hand. Who do you voodoo, bitch? Yeah. Smack your mama with it. Who do you voodoo, bitch?
So that's the intro to Dead Island and I said it was mature, but really it's kind of that college mature type game. It has a very heavy teen slasher feeling here. We have violated every rule possible. We've done drugs, sex, and rock and roll, and so we've invited the zombie apocalypse upon us, and that's what this game is going to be about. Uh, so there's a couple of interesting things here. By default, it tries to put you to digital fight types. I want to try the analog fight type because it's actually better in my opinion and most people's opinion. Gamma is going to be set there, so turn up your brightness if right now if you need to adjust your set. Uh, Not that this game is going to be super dark. In fact, it's quite bright for a zombie game. We're going to have single player mode enabled because for YouTube recording, there's no reason to try and have co-op. That just doesn't work. We'll be doing 1080p, of course, and then we will have the subtitles on, and then there is a new setting that they added later in a patch that adjusts your characters in level, the enemy's level to your character level. So adjust the enemies to your level is what I mean to say. And that is something you definitely want. When this game came out, it was heavily focused on achievements, so you can see the achievements here. I accidentally got this achievement just by starting the DLC, which was a mistake. And then on top of achievements, uh, there are challenges. Again, I got that just starting the DLC, just watching the uh, the intro. So I do. Speaking of DLC, the Ryder White's campaign is what I started. I didn't realize I was going to start that. I don't think we're going to do much with the Bloodbath Arena or the Ripper mod. It's just going to be an unlocked. The Ripper mod is just an unlocked weapon, and the Bloodbath Arena is multiplayer, so that is out. And then we will cover Ryder White's campaign, which is a totally different story that does things differently, but the way you start it is interesting. It's all from this play button. So we can go ahead and just delete this save because I didn't mean to do that, and then new game. So when I first played this, I played as Xian here, Jinyang. No, not Jinyang. I don't know how you pronounce it actually. And she is actually an expert level character, and they all say expert. One's Logan here has 100 health, 100 speed, and 80 stamina, and is the throwing expert. Perna here is the firearms expert. She has 100 health, 100 speed, and 90 stamina, so 10 more. So you'd think she was better just by the numbers. Jian here is the sharp weapon expert, and that's 90 health, a little less health, but 100 speed and 100 stamina. And then Sam B here is the blunt weapons expert. He has 110 health and stamina, and 100 speed and 90 stamina. And you know, let's see. I don't know which one I really would want to take. And then you have Rydo here, who is the DLC, and if you choose him, you have a completely different campaign. So, having played this game before, but not really remembering it much, it's been a long time. I know that guns do not show up at all, or they didn't at least when I was playing as her. And I don't want to be throwing things. So, I guess I'll try him, but I don't like that. I don't like a blunt weapons, because that would be slow attacks that would do a lot of damage, and I don't feel like that's the right thing. So, even though I should play something completely different, I'm going to end up playing as the same character. The reasons why I would choose her haven't changed. I want to swing around a sharp weapon a lot.
My father was a very great man, a chief inspector for the Hong Kong police. Even though he died when I was 10, I remember him very well. He was killed by an enforcer for the Wo-Shing-Wo triad, and I told myself then that I would follow in his footsteps and honor his memory. He taught me martial arts, and I continued to practice after he was gone. After finishing at the top of my university class, I joined the Hong Kong police and was chosen as part of the first all-female anti-organized crime squad. I worked hard. I did my best. But the men in charge never intended to put us on the front lines. They didn't train us the way they promised they would. They didn't believe any of us women were up to the task. We were only for show. Instead, my superiors sent me here, to this resort, to this front desk, to be an informer, to spy on wealthy Westerners. My father would not be proud of me. This work dishonors his memory. But I will do as they ask, for I am a patriot. But I know I am capable of much, much more. I just need the opportunity to prove myself.
Okay, that's really weird, and it has nothing to do with the story. It's just backstory. And by the way, if you click on Rydo here, it doesn't even bother to put a voiceover on it. Let's listen to the other guys' backstories, I guess, since we're here.
I grew up in New Orleans, lower Ninth Ward. My daddy went to prison when I was 2. That's where he died. Angola. Mama didn't never recover from there. Just drank and did crack. And any random motherfucker who didn't smack her around too bad. My nana the one who raised me. She run the washateria. We lived in a little shotgun house on Burgundy. From the time I was 10, man, I wanted to rap. I was into old school freestyle rap. And I'd be kicking ass at them battles, bro. But man, just couldn't catch a break. Nothing caught on. So, one Halloween, I come up with, "Who do you voodoo, bitch?" Just as a motherfucking joke, you know? Went right to the top of the hip-hop charts like a motherfucking rocket. And suddenly, I was famous. Going to the Grammys, hitting the parties. Man, I had bitches up to yin yang. And for the first time in my life, I was making money. Shit. I was spinning it as quick as I was getting it. I thought I'd made it, you know what I'm saying? That gravy train wasn't never gonna end. So I did another song, and another song. Nothing hit. Nothing fucking hit. Song after song, and ain't nobody give a shit. Been 10 years, man. Yeah, I can still get gigs, but all they want me to do is, who do you voodoo, bitch? I used to play the big casinos in Vegas or Atlantic City. Now it's just Reno or Laughlin. Some motherfucking cruise ship. So this gig here might be my last chance. I mean, there's some heavy Hollywood hitters up in there. If I could notice, yeah, I could be right back up on top there. You know what I'm saying?
Not really. You can see here too. It's pretty stereotypical here. We're not getting deep people stories here. Well, we're getting a story here, but it seems like just shallowly written, I guess would be the way to say
I
it.
hate rich assholes, which is fucking ironic, since I'm expected to put my bloody life on the line for them. That's what they pay me for, this pricey hotel here. To be a bodyguard for the rich and famous fuckwits who come to Benoi to blow their money. I used to be a cop, a bloody good one. A vice detective in Sydney. You know how many female half-Aborigine detectives there were before me? None. You think it was easy? Suffering the abuse of my so-called colleagues. Half of them hated me because I was a girl, and the other half didn't like the fact that my mum was a Koori. So I came up the hard way. I busted my ass. It took me 12 years to make detective, and that still wasn't enough. It's an old boys club, you know? The whole justice system is a fucking joke. Teenage drug addicts get put away forever, and old white wankers who steal fucking millions get away scot-free. One rich bugger I investigated was clearly molesting his 14-year-old daughter. But he had too much pull with the politicians, so I couldn't touch him. After the girl killed herself, I confronted him, but he just laughed at me. He pulled out a pistol and told me he could blow my bleeding head off and no one would care. Because I was nothing. A nobody. An abo bitch. So I fucking took his gun away and shot the bastard. It was self-defense, but I still got sacked. 12 bloody years down the drain. Worst part is, I didn't even kill the son of a bitch. I just gelded him. One day, I'm gonna have to go back and finish the job.
Again, these backstories play like no part in this game at all, because you can pick any of these characters, and so all of the events and reactions to all of the events in the game are just generalized between these four characters. How Sam B responds to talking to a non-playable character is going to be almost exactly the same as Zian and Purna and Logan. Let's hear Logan's backstory, see if it's as crazy as the others. It probably is. I kind of get what they're trying to do here. They're trying to say that these are like the most hardcore people that would survive in a zombie apocalypse, and it's not just by luck. And I kind of get that, but I would have. This is the beginning of their story as heroes, so they should not be at this level of hardcoreness even before the zombie apocalypse starts.
Oh, man. I used to be on top of the world, brother. All-pro quarterback 4 years running. Voted the sexiest Texan in 2004. Yeah, man, I beat out Dennis Quaid and Matthew McConaughey, for Christ's sake. Yeah, so I drank a few beers now and then and popped an occasional pill. That's nothing compared to what the team quacks you shoot me up with just so I could play. And sometimes I just need to numb the pain, you know what I'm saying? My biggest vice was speed. No, not meth, buddy. Adrenaline. I blew every penny I had on the fastest cars I could find. Just so you know, I'm a damn good driver. If that asshole I was street racing hadn't sideswiped me, I never would have crashed. And that poor girl'd still be alive. That's right. That's right, it's his goddamn fault I shattered my leg in 6 goddamn places. So I had a few drinks in me, so what the fuck? I drive drunk better than I do sober anyway. Of course, couldn't play worth shit after that. After I got out of jail, to can my ass said I violated the morals clause in my goddamn contract. Ended up playing semi-pro in fucking Canada. But I'm still a name. Oh yeah, I'm still a celebrity. That's why they wanted me to promote their blood drive here. That's why they fucking flew me, first class, halfway around the goddamn world. Because my name still means something. Logan Carter is no goddamn douchebag.
I think I might disagree. Anyways, that's been a long time just to see these background things. If you wanted to see Rydo's, we'd have to sit here and just wait for it to slowly scroll. It seems like there's no way to get it there, and so we'll do that in the when I beat the main game, and come back and do the DLC. So we're gonna play as her.
Very great.
New game. Start here. Prologue. Rise and shine. Actually gonna play the game now. So we're waking up in kind of the same spot as the intro, but as a different character. So it seems pretty clear that they were intending at some point to only have Logan be the only playable character, and then they at some level decided to expand this out to a multiplayer co-op game, which is ambitious and kind of welcome, kind of not. I think a solid single player experience is probably better focused on. So we're looking around here. Right now there's nothing really to pick up or interact with. It is quite a nice thing. Here's a med kit worth $16, so we'll take that with the X button. And then let's go out the door. So we need to find the emergency staircase. So we can't open other people's doors. You should look for useful items. Thank you. So what's interesting here is this is the family that is in the trailer for this game.
Let's open this up.
Just found some item that you can use to modify a weapon. It does have a cool weapons modifying system. And so I would heavily recommend you go find the trailer on YouTube and watch it. It really brought up a great interest in this game, and then the game mostly is nothing like it, like the trailer. It had its own ridiculous ways of thinking to start with this intro that we've seen and this story that we've seen, which really has nothing to do with the gameplay. The gameplay is good here. It was done well by its creators, and the publishers, I feel, and this is kind of my opinion and kind of as I understand it, wanted to go in this more hard drinking, wild rap attitude of doing things, whereas I think the programmers of the game wanted to go in more of a somber horror direction for just a standard zombie game. And because of that, the creators of Dead Island 1 did not create any of the other spin-offs of Dead Island, and they're not creating Dead Island 2, which is about to come out, and that's why we're covering this. the creators of Dead Island 1 instead made the game Dying Light, and I'll just say no bones about it. You probably would do better if you could only play one of them to play Dying Light.
What do we have here?
Uh, then, oh, I have a flashlight. Nice. Does the flashlight wear out after a while? Or does it just stay on forever? As I'm running around picking up items to modify weapons, which is not something we're even going to do yet. Here. So we have to pull the right stick back and then push it forward in the red slot to break the door. That's a pretty cool mini game system. In fact, that's actually a very welcome system versus lock picking. How many games have we seen these days with lock picking in them? And if half of the doors have just break the door and then they did have lock picking, I think that would be the best of two worlds. Anyways, I was talking about Dying Light. Dying Light I will eventually play, but I'll probably wait until Dying Light 2 or something like Dying Light 2 comes out. But this game, this series, has had two other chances since its original game. They've released an MMO in the Dead Island universe called Dead Island Epidemic that I've never heard of, so it probably didn't catch any steam. They released Dead Island Riptide, which everybody thinks this game is better than that. They've released Escape from Dead Island, which everybody really hated that. Notice we're not getting attacked by zombies yet. This is just our kind of tutorial. So we need to find the elevator lobby because we can't
Maybe
get
there's
up.
something in here.
We're getting some responses here. They're a little too often, but this is the very beginning of the game. I will say that Dead Island does start off quite well in its first area, and then it kind of gets smaller and more and less open world like by the time you're at the end of the game. I hate when it says press B to skip the cutscene when I'm not touching any controls. By default that should be hidden, and it should pop up when I'm moving the controller around or hitting buttons. So we see people are jumping off. You can review hints in the extras menu. Thank you. It's kind of funny, you can only really search the luggage that's on top there. It would seem that there would be a lot more to do. And we're gonna still use money, which is a little odd. You'd think you could search all those luggage pieces. But this one that's open doesn't have anything in it, obviously. Now, I think maybe sometimes, it's been a long time since I played the game, I think maybe sometimes you can have an item sitting on top of an open thing. But most of these just have a closed state and an empty and an open state, and there's no actual items that you're picking up. But in comparison to like a Bethesda game where they actually spend the time to animate all the sticky
Anything will
buns
help.
and or all the swords or daggers you're picking up, or crafting materials or flowers or anything like that, I kind of think it's an efficient use of your efforts to just say you picked up these items and you can see them in your menu. Which, can I get to my menu? With the back button I can. Right now no maps available. Right now we're trying to get to the elevator shaft. notice here's our inventory and it's just telling us they're not bothering to animate it. I think that's an efficient thing. We have a blueprint for the Ripper mod because of DLC. We're at level 1. We have 340 cash from our pickups. We have a ridiculous amount of skill trees. So this game is not small. It does not suffer from lacking ambition, and they really did accomplish quite a bit of their ambitions. Here we have to hold this to open the door. Great. 2 different ways of opening a door. And then jump down there if I can. I don't think an elevator would work like that. If it's falling, it's gonna probably collapse and crush you. But they're designed
I can see it through
not
the
to
camera. Feeling alright, mate? The shakes? Fever? Chills? Good. I'll introduce myself later. Right now, we gotta get you the hell out of there. Do exactly as I say, okay? You're gonna have to trust me. First, you need to get hold of a weapon. Search in the maintenance storage room by the end of the corridor. I would move if I were you. Now.
So, standard video game trope here. You get the mysterious voice that's gonna tell you and walk you through the game. Did we really need him to show up right now? No, because she could have just said, I need to find a weapon, and then we could have walked down the straight path area and found the weapon. Or you could have just popped it up on
Let's open this up.
thing. Now I don't know if there is a way to turn off her comments, because that might get a little annoying. Even though it is like she's only mentioning picking up an item every 12th time or so. It's still kind of annoying. Got a nice, beautiful landscape. It's showing its age just a little bit in the polygon count, but only by the tiniest amount, in my opinion. Everything here looks really good. Although it does feel like it's running kind of sluggishly. That might just be this section. That might be the graphics quality I have it set to. There's always a hard decision for me to decide to turn down the graphics quality for a smoother experience. But yes, it does feel a little sluggish. I will not deny that. Of course, a lot of times they will feel sluggish to me and then look perfectly fine on the videos later. So that could just be an effect of how I record the videos.
It's the infected! Run! Run for the storage room!
Appears to be the trying to run. Well, that was quick. What did I do wrong? Well, one thing I don't have to do is I don't have to pick up any of these items. Again, I kind of wish these things would disappear instead of just having an X next to them. If it just didn't show up, or if it was a different color, that would be nice. Alright. So it's a little weird here that we're going between like 2 clicks. I missed some money. Interesting. Let's see.
It's the infected! Run! Run for the storage room!
Oh. It's back this way.
Just a bit farther!
So that's the prologue. A kick can gain you some space, and which button kicks? There's actually a lot of buttons that you have to learn in this game.
The lifeguard said no. You heard what he said. Do you hear what's going on out there? You won't go inside here?
I'm doing it. No! Didn't I bloody tell you?
No, stop! Wait! Hey! Can you hear me? Do you understand what I'm saying? Nod your head! Nod your bloody head!
I'm trying to
asking
nod
you
my
again.
head.
Oh, thank God. I'm a doctor, not a bloody executioner.
Do you know how close we came to bashing your head in?
So here's our first little hub section.
Fuck, I should have never listened to Cinemoy.
We're stuck in here. We got dragged out of the hotel.
Left of the others.
And we can hear them pounding that there. Take that energy drink, and it seems like we just drank it.
Fuck, I should have stuck with James.
I can't talk to any of these characters,
Yeah, everybody was leaving.
which is kind of nice right now.
He's gonna get us all killed.
Here we have a realistic response to a zombie apocalypse. It's very strange though, because then you have a lot of zombies running around in bikinis, particularly the girls. The guys are usually in these Hawaiian shirts and stuff, or a couple guys in long shorts. No real guys in banana hammocks or skimpy speedos. So no, there's kind of a difference there, and the creators of this game got in trouble by trying to release a statue of a zombie in a bikini and do this weird combination of both horror and I don't know, exploitation. This game is kind of about exploitation. It is a teen slasher film type game, as we can see. It has that hardcore mentality when it really shouldn't, but that's the creators of the game. So if I wanted to read that fact, I guess I'd have to come over here and know they come over here. Let's see, where would it be? Would it be like way down here in the inventory? Benoy expert. Let's see, show it. Papua New Guinea is one of the least explored countries in the world, with many undiscovered species of plants and animals believed to exist within the country's interior. Alright, well, I'm not going to bother to read that since that doesn't seem to do anything. It might get me an achievement or a challenge or something, but I'm not going to read them. So we can't talk to this
Those
one.
things came for us. Cinemoy went out to kill them alone. Help him.
So yeah, you get this real weird mix here,
In hell, he's still breathing.
because everybody's just here. She has like her MP3 player,
You
but
lost your fucking mind.
nobody's in the right shape.
Why won't anyone
Because I
help
don't
him?
want to die.
You can't just let him die out there. He saved your life. You owe him your life.
Alright, so we have a new quest, Blood in the Sand. This one's calling for help. These two are,
Please. He's the only one who did.
he's trying to console her. These guys are kind of ugly, I have to admit, too.
Why won't anyone do anything?
So we gotta go out there.
You going out there? Are you nuts?
You're not gonna help him. Get the hell out of the way.
You at
I
least
mean,
have a weapon?
just look at the face of this
We
guy
need to find a weapon.
Why
versus
won't anyone do anything?
the face of her. This is a standard, like, Hollywood model face, and he's like,
All right. This is fucking crazy.
he looks horrible.
On three.
It's
One,
very strange.
2, fuck it, 3.
So out we go, and this is where we start. There are different types of zombies, but mostly right now this is gonna be so I have
What is this?
analog thing, so that means I can swing this in different ways with the right stick while I'm holding the left trigger. Why are you hitting me?
Over there.
So I can aim for their head, their neck, their arms, their legs. By default you have digital attacks, which just kind of randomly chooses.
That's the last one? Okay then.
I may
Thanks,
try it for a while, but I think personally the analog attack system's the best part of this game in concept. So you can see all four of the characters are technically with you in the game. You're just gonna not
We were
see
just
them and they're not
attacked.
gonna help
Listen,
out.
your friend from the hotel's awake. You were right about him being immune to this thing. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have made it. Maybe now we can hold out until help arrives.
There is no help. This thing can't be stopped. I saw how it took my wife.
You need to get out of there, and I can help you. I can arrange for transportation, by air, by sea, but first you need to get here, to me.
I have many sick and injured here, mate. They're crazy with fear. Tell me where you are. Where are you? You there, mate? Hello? Hello?
So
Oh, God damn it.
one of these four characters are immune to it,
Touch
but
and
it's
go
not
with you
the
for a while.
girls. So it's probably
Better.
Logan.
Thanks to you.
We level up there, and we need to now, from this first little hub place, talk to the people that we can talk to. And so you get into these weird, like, consolation things, and I'm like, I don't think in a zombie apocalypse, a girl who's freaking out wants a guy all over him.
I got you.
Yeah, it seems very weird. Let's see, is there
No
anybody else
thanks
to
to
talk
you.
to? Notice that the weapon is bloody
Found you.
now and a little
Beat up
bit
pretty
more
bad.
damaged.
This is the end of days. Judgment Day.
Fuck, I
We're
should've
gonna
never
get
listened to
some
cinema.
missions from some of these characters, but a lot of these characters too are just
It's in the
gonna
Book of
be
Revelations.
extra. He's the only one we can talk to. Let's talk to him.
Name's John Cinemoy. I'm the head lifeguard here. The voice on the radio told me you were in trouble at the hotel. Said you were resistant to whatever this is. I didn't believe it. But then I found you and I saw the bite marks. You got no symptoms, but those aren't love bites, are they?
So I guess I am
I don't know who you
resistant.
are, or how you know that guy on the radio. But he's our only connection with the outside world. We keep losing the bloody signal. We have a monsoon coming. So here's the thing. We need to move everybody to the main lifeguard station. There's an ambulance there and more equipment and a stronger radio with an antenna. I hate to ask, but we can't do this without you. Will you help me?
No thanks to you.
I didn't see you out there.
Passport to life. Bring the security key card to the lifeguard tower. Difficulty easy. Reward 400 XP. Nail mod. Wow, so it's just they wrote down the quest. That's weird, but I'll say yes, of course.
Yes.
Good.
It'd be
First
ridiculous
off,
to
we need
say
an
no.
access card to get past the security gate. Mine's in my room. With all the commotion, I forgot to take it with. It's in Bungalow 11, by the pools. Take a weapon and watch yourself. You may be immune. That don't mean you can't die.
So this kind of explains why you are the person, and thus we really didn't need the backstory of the ability to fight.
No thanks to you.
If you're the only one who's immune from getting turned in this area,
This is the end of days.
there's nothing new to speak that we can say to these
Book
guys.
of Revelations.
So we've got to go out
We
here
found you.
and just run. Pick up the money on these characters. It does kind of make sense that these zombies, which are quite rapidly destroyed right now, that's quite a lot of damage. So we have two items that I can hit the right bump to switch between now. So this guy does 34 of something, 45 of something else, 41 of something else, and is 86 weight. So I think the spiteful stick versus the paddle is a better weapon. So we'll take that. Like, this guy's entire skin is missing. And is a battered broomstick. We want to take the weapons until we run out of space and can't break them down or sell them. Now, this island section is about the biggest, most open world section of the game. You have skill points available. Let's spend them, sure. So, we could unleash Fury mode, which gives us a whole different mode where we could deal with enemies. Probably don't need that for quite a while in this game. Unleash Blade Fighter, which would do more damage with blades, or unleash Survival, so medkits at 25% more effective. Now I happen to know that you really can't get to the max level here. I believe the max level is 65, and all the points needed to get all of these is more than that. So I'm gonna have to play it out here. Let's see, weapon durability plus 30% would probably be useful because you do end up repairing your weapon a lot. Equal chances. Don't probably need that. Rally, probably don't. Let's see. Here we have increase your XP reward for severing limbs. I definitely want to get XP upgrades. Although, in actuality, since there is a maximum level, if you were going to try to do that, it wouldn't be the right move. It would be much better to not get XP increases on anything and get like the merchant, because every point would count, and when you're at max level, getting more XP doesn't help. Let's see. Pick lock level 1, locks can be opened. Level 2, increase the number of your inventory slots. Stamina regeneration. Let's see. You're less likely to attract enemies' attentions. Interesting. Cash penalty on death. You lose cash every time you die, so I guess I lost some cash when I died. Jump attack damage, I probably won't use that much. Sharp damage in general though would probably be useful. Sharp durability would probably be useful. Stamina cost going down would be good. Backstabbing's probably not that useful in a zombie game. You're not going to sneak behind a bunch of zombies that much. Sharp expert's good. Bleeding durations is a good ability. Poison durations is a good ability. Bleeding and poison durations, good. Critical chance strikes. Instant kill up to 4.5%. And Blade Master. And then, as far as these Fury section, I don't think I would want to put anything into that. So I'm kind of in this weird scenario here because I don't want to spend a ridiculous amount of time playing this game. This isn't the kind of game that I'm heavily motivated to get to max level with. I don't have any co-op people to play with. I doubt there's that many people at this point that are going to want to play such an old game with me co-op anyways, even if I ask for random people. And there's not a lot of replayability in this game. Anyways, I'll just tell you straight at the beginning. So getting XP might be the right move, but I have several tiers here to decide. So we'll just go ahead and start with medkits at 25% more effective. At certain levels, we will be able to unlock, I think, more slots between different weapons. Uh, and you can see the red and white circle on the side is the durability. So they have a damage, a force to push them back, I guess, and the durability and the handling. You can see the durability here on this one is 21, the durability on this one is 41, nearly double. And there will be dead bodies. Somebody ran that through with the umbrella, apparently. There will be dead bodies just sitting around, and there will be zombies that just randomly generate. So, like I said, I want to mostly try to have as fast of a experience as possible while not just ridiculously running through this game at a very high speed. This is not a speed run or anything like that, but it is also, once a game gets old enough, let's see, I should just leave the energy
Anything will
drinks.
help.
I should leave them until I need them, because they just refill my stamina, I would bet. So we're getting nails, which are worth money, but also are items that we can craft. So putting like nails in this. So let's see if we can hit his legs. Not really. It is kind of an awkward system, the analog thing. See, if you go left to right, up to down, right to left in a diagonal, right to left to right at a diagonal, down up, that's the analog. So let's go over here to the controls and see if we can change it to digital and see what that looks like. So what's the button to, it's not the same button. Well, no, that's the throw button. I have to look at the controls. I've never played this with the digital move. Let's see, what is the controller view? Tell me. Let's see, combat mode, jump, action, jump. Let's see. It's to attack in this way is just right trigger. So instead of swinging and choosing, it's just back and forth. When you don't have an up, you don't have a down, and it's just a right trigger then. We'll try that on the next zombie, but it seems like you're really missing out on some things if you do that. I'm not sure if the energy drinks and things regenerate. They might not. So we're gonna follow this blood trail. We gotta go back to the hotel. Or, no, I don't think we are going back to the hotel. So, I have some of the settings I didn't mention are on the video. We have, no, where was it? Game. By default, display the enemy health and display the damage done are both off. I turned them on because I kind of wanted to see that. I think that's better. But you certainly do lose a lot if you're going to have to do this. So, how zombies spawn is they will be just here. You'll see the name, you'll see the level. I broke something on them. Weapon is badly damaged and will soon be useless. Well, thanks for telling me that as soon as it became useless. So they'll eat each other, and you'll come back in this area, and there will be just 3 more zombies here. And these 3 that were here will have disappeared, I believe. I don't think the bodies are permanent, but bodies like this might be permanent. So we haven't hit the point where we can open doors. Or we can open doors, but only specific ones. And like any good, as a Molotov, I'll take that. Like any good zombie fighter, I'm gonna make sure I do a couple of extra attacks. I can kick them if I can figure out the button. Let's see. So, it's not telling me, oh, left trigger, then right trigger. I was not paying attention there on how to fight them off. So, we can kick the bodies, but generally you're going to want to do a well-timed kick to keep them away. So you can do something like that, knock them down, and when the zombie is down in this game, so it's a left trigger, right trigger, and it's taking all my stamina just to kill these guys. What this game really gets done well is, oh, so there is a energy bar up there that the energy drinks are refilling. I don't know what that is, but I'm pretty sure things do respawn because I have a vague recollection of, yeah. There must be a XP bar in the top left. I have a vague recollection of coming to a specific area like this bar over and over again, trying to get a specific item. And so, oops, that's no good. We're at the hotel bungalows. I've never been in a hotel fancy enough to justify having bungalows. Let's get this. It's actually probably not worth our effort to pick up the items, all these items, that as much as you would think, because I have as far as I recall, the last time I played this game, you almost never had enough.
Oh my god.
That the act of running around and fighting people causes you to lose more weapons than gain. We have Ted B with a diving knife.
What can I do?
Let's talk to him.
My wife. My dad. Oh, fuck, my own fucking brother. Jesus Christ. What else could I do? Let him kill me? Why are you looking at me like that? What the fuck do you want from me? I had no choice.
I'm looking at him because the game is in a cutscene. So what am I supposed to do? Let's see. Yeah, I can't kill him because he's a human. So it's a little bloodbath here in this pool. And you assume all of them are his family. Let's open this door. Get this guy while he's on the floor. Generally you don't want him to stand up. Alcohol. Test pattern on the TV. Go ahead and close doors behind you. Radio, turn that off to make less noise. Because noise is a factor in this game. Recording.
This is Roger Howard on a special assignment on the island of Banoi. I'm investigating illegal logging and clear-cutting that's not only damaging the ecosystem here, but costing the people of Banoi billions. I've been told that my life might be in danger as those behind this illegal activity will stop at nothing to protect their criminal enterprise. As a precaution, I will be leaving a trail of recordings wherever I go, so that if something were to happen to me, the truth would still be told. I'm leaving now to meet with an informant who I believe could rip the lid off of this investigation.
So, if we're gonna get any real story of intrigue, it's gonna be through those recordings. Although, I don't have a huge amount of faith that we are. That was programmed to happen always. So we got that. We'll go in here and get this. Can't go through this door. You saw as I was trying to open the door, I failed miserably. Took 3 attempts to break down that door. I think 3 is the default there if you just miss it every time. But I got it the first time. So you like, this guy's just sitting here, but the body he was looking at has dissolved. This game does seem to clean up after itself after a while to get rid of zombies, but some of these zombies aren't dead too, so you have to keep that in mind. These guys aren't just gonna, the dead zombies on the ground may be regular live zombies, or the guy that's sitting at the end of the stairs may actually be a zombie himself. See how the broomstick here is breaking and getting worse and worse. So that's a level 2.
Give me a weapon!
Notice how it's doing less and less damage here. I had to just kick him. Alright, we need... It is kind of a strange setup here. Let's see. Can we change our weapon? Well, we'll wrap up after we finish this first quest. Let's see, I guess we need to be in the inventory a lot more. And then replace that. And then replace that. And then let's replace the battered broomstick with that. So we have 2 broomsticks now. I hear somebody making noise, but I don't know who or where. Yeah, or how many. This is not good. Let's see. How do we use a med kit? Let's see. Alcohol, wood. We must have already used the med kit. I got no stamina. They keep coming. We got a personal collectible, personal ID. So I'm just like covered in blood, and that energy drink was really, really helpful.
Let's take a look.
And after that intense fight between like 6 zombies, you would think she wouldn't just be like, let's take a look. It hurts. It hurts the atmosphere. Circular blade. Here's a character that doesn't seem to see me. So it's a weird situation because you don't want zombies to show up, and you do because you need to get XP up, get your levels up. But it is kind of a non-stop event also. They'll just keep coming. We got somebody following us, and you don't want to end up making a train of zombies. I guess I will stick with the digital attack. I'm a little surprised I am gonna stick with it.
Beautiful. For a moment, you can almost forget.
Yeah. I would have thought I would have absolutely wanted to play with the analog system, but honestly, it's just a little bit quicker. It's a little bit easier for that system to be taken out. And since it seems like you can play both ways, let's play the easier way. I'm not here for a challenge particularly. Notice there was no difficulty on this game at all. No difficulty setting. So we just have to live with the game as it's made. And for the most part that's fine. There are some points where it gets a little... You can throw heavy objects by pressing the right trigger. There we go. Good to know. It seems like there would be a lot more things you could loot. And the door's just open. It's really kind of ridiculous that the door would just be open. And then I'm not sure about collectibles and all that. I'm not interested enough in this to go with that mentality to try to find all kinds of collectibles.
Thank God we found you.
Let's finish this.
You did it? All right. Thanks to you, we might all just make it.
So the nail mod, we'll take that. And so that's this guy with the little red asterisks. And it seems like you're perfectly safe to just leave these things here. Now for these low level early weapons, there's no reason whatsoever to repair them. Maybe use them as a modification. And so we've got Steven we need to talk to, and then the other characters, and Steven will probably give us a side quest. So, quest giver, and then player. And let's take a look at the island. This is the most open world section of the game. If you watch where the square is going here, that is about where you can travel, although kind of in this section there really isn't anything, and kind of in this section there really isn't anything that I know of. There are definitely some things to look over here. I think you can actually go a little bit further. So you may be able to technically reach all of these sections. But right now the map is centering in, so even though the square I'm on doesn't let me highlight things. Not that it really matters because there's no like fast travel. Fastest travel you have in this game is the ability to drive cars, which is a weird ability. Very ambitious again. They were overly ambitious with this game, and eventually it came back and bit them in the butt when you start seeing the third and fourth levels of this game. Levels or areas. I don't know which one you would really want to call it. So I need to actually work my way towards using the knife because I'm a sharp weapons expert. And then cash penalties for dying. When I get a point, I think it might be best to do that as far as our life experience. So we got to level 2, and it just took us an hour to get here out of a potential what was it, 65 levels. We're at level 2. So that's gonna be it for this recording. We're gonna continue right from this point and just go through this game sort of fast, sort of just not trying to wander around, not trying to upgrade weapons, not trying to find collectibles. All of those things would have been things I did do when I first played this game, but now in today's day and age there's so many other games that are better with those elements that it's not really worth it. So having an accelerated experience with older games is often recommended. Anywho, at the end of every episode I ask you to like my video, I ask you to share it with your friends, I ask you to comment if you want to, and I ask you to watch every second of my videos because that tells YouTube my videos are worthwhile, and then they recommend them to other people. Also, I ask you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done that, so please do all of those things. Then if you want to be really supportive, you can click on my name Rydo. That'll take you to my main YouTube page. And on the right is a blue button that says support this channel. If you click that and make a donation, it would be very much appreciated. Any amount, it doesn't really matter to me. I just want to see the support. Also on my main YouTube page there is a playlist tab. You can click that and see a playlist for every single game I've covered. So check those out. I'm sure there's something else interesting for you to see. And then down below in the description box, I have a whole bunch of social media links. So you can friend me on Facebook, you can friend me on Twitter, Google+, Tumblr, you can friend me on Steam, you can friend me on Battle.net. If you follow me on any of the things like Twitter or Facebook, you will know exactly when I put out my next video for my mini series that I release every Monday through Friday. So I'm sure that if you're interested, you want to see the videos as soon as they come out. That certainly helps me when people watch them as soon as they come out. And then that is all that I have to say, and I will say it more concisely from now on. And then at the end I always want to say thank you for watching, because I really do mean it. So thank you for watching, and have a good evening. Bye.